Alright, well hello and welcome to Brainless Entertainment. I'm Brainless and welcome back to some more of our Last Epoch Fire Necromancer playthrough. So we are continuing on into the Monolith of Fate. We're just sitting outside the Black Sun timeline today, which is a timeline we're going to be going through. Not really much has changed between episodes. The only thing I did before starting here was I went and picked up some more prophecies. These ones are all either Death of a Boss or Death of Raya the Black Sun, which is the timeline we're going to be doing. So we'll be getting some exalted amulets and jewelry and some exalted gloves. I'm not expecting anything great from it, but we do need to get an update on Ring, and hopefully we can get another turquoise amulet with some good minion damage and critical strike rolls, and most importantly forging potential, because these are already maxed out and they're less than ideal. Anyhow, with all that having been said, let's get into it. Alright, we've already got our minions out. I realized that I could summon them just outside of the thing that starts the Echos. So you don't have to wait for me to summon my minions as we start the episode. We got here Void Spire, okay. And clearly our minions are still doing a ton of work. I'm still debating about making some more adjustments to my loot filters, but it seems like they're doing just fine. I think one of the main things that kind of slows us down in terms of gameplay is coming across chaining loot lizards, which ain't the worst thing in the world. Like, you know, is having too much loot really our problem? But as I understand it, they are making some changes to the frequency at which you'll encounter loot lizards. So I think that they're trying to reduce the number of loot lizards that you'll run into, but make the loot lizards that you do encounter more substantial. Anyhow, that was it for this Echo. Build this thing down here. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one as soon as my minions stop. Yeah, you know, that's just good enough. Let's go. Okay, slay enemies, locate a gate of sacrifice. Okay. Sounds easy enough. So, I need to, I update my build concept pretty regularly, but I usually look at specific things while I'm doing that, and not like big picture, you know what I mean? But I am pretty sure I'm going to need to switch some things around, because I'm going to need some more defenses than what I'm currently, like, budgeted for lack of a better phrase. So I'm going to have to make another pass at that, and make some adjustments as necessary. We're going to get some more critical strike chance for us and our minions, even though it's pretty much all for our minions. So yeah, I do want to invest in something that will give us a bit more ward, just by doing things that we're already naturally doing. Predominantly minion abilities giving us ward, I think would be a really good node. I'm not sure where we're going to subtract from in terms of our offensive passives that we're planning on, but we'll have to change a few things around to accommodate that, but I'm just worried that our defenses aren't going to hold up as difficulty ramps up over time. So far, obviously, we're not having significant issues with that, but that will change. That I have no doubt. Okay, let's get started here. Love these cultists. These guys are just fun. Okay, that is that Echo done. Alright, on to the next. Okay, we got here slay enemies to locate Bright Blade Polaris. Okay. Here are the loot lizards. Alright, I'm gonna try to catch up with them before they... Just one leads to another. Alright, that's some idols. We'll have to look over those. You want to backtrack just a little bit here. Pick up these things. This one's mostly glyphs. Alright, I'm going to look over these idols real quick, so give me just a second. Okay. Most of those idols were... Actually, I don't think I picked up any of them. Anyway, continue along here. So, Bright Blade Polaris is over this way. Minions insist on heading the other direction. I'm sure they've got their reasons. I mean, that's a lot of glyphs, and certainly want that. Alright, guys. Good work. They're killing all the things. I would not mind automatic shard pickup. Ah, there you are. There's our guy. Looks like he's just about gone and dealt with. Thanks for playing, sir. Wow, a lot of stuff to grab here. Grab these bits of gold right quick. And I'm going to look over these real quick. It's worth a little bit of money. So is that. So is that. Oh, not so much. Oh my gosh. Just keep pouring in. Okay. Go ahead and move along. Okay, we've got our Fall of Ledria first quest echo available. So we'll go ahead and jump into here. Okay, yeah. I was trying to think as we were loading in, like, which quest echo is this? I remember. It's this one. A little, like, village / township thing. Cultists are trying to convert people, I believe. Corruption rearing its ugly head. Check these idols real quick. They're pretty rubbish. What's going on there? Okay, I guess I do need to talk to these people. Kind of forgot.
Greetings.
Go ahead and get out of here, you. Alright, yeah, this one down here. There's kind of a lot of things blowing up on the screen, so in my defense, all that was happening. Okay.
Safe travels.
Watch your back. You go out and get out of here. This is actually one of the more fun quest echoes that I've done, anyway. I think I'll get much use out of that, but I will pick it up. Get posted down here, I think.
Yes?
Yep. You guys get out of here. Cover your retreat. Pick that up, please. There we go. Alright, that's most of the things.
Yes?
Alright. Let's go kill some more cultists over here. I don't remember if there's like a mini boss or something here. I think there is. Should know, I like literally just went through here the other day on one of my other characters. Town square. Okay. Ah, yeah. Ooh. Summon my crab instead of dodging. I'm pretty sure I would have been fine even if I get hit by all of that, but... Alright, and that is our first quest echo done. I'll see you in the next. Alright, what do we got here? Slay enemies to locate the skittering gate. Should be easy enough. Yeah, I'd say we're still doing pretty well. At some point that will all change pretty rapidly, I'm sure. But till then, we're going to be just fine. What else we got here? Shield. That's good money. Don't know why I have to look at my filters. I don't know why I had any needs from them. Pretty much always going to want to pick them up just for the cash value, if nothing else. It's always interesting for me, like, trying to figure out what map current Echo I'm in is based off of. This looks like from the like corrupted future. Some variation on that. Or is this Edendel? Oh, I think this is Edendel. Interesting. I guessed wrong. Nothing of value here. Nope, not really. Alright, presumably what we need is right down this way. We need that, whatever that is. Alright, try to keep moving the right direction. We'll get some more crit. All that other stuff comes with that. Oh my god, he's still going? Alright, little lizard. Hold up. Chill. There we go. Alright, let me do a little bit of backtracking and pick up all this stuff. Okay. What we got here? Oh, belt some legendary potential. Don't know if that's something that we would benefit from. Take a closer look at that later. But getting closer to the thing we need. Yep. Looks like it's right there. More loot lizard. Okay. Just about there. Peek at these real quick. Alright. Skittering gate. Just stand there and get blasted by those little ice bolts. Just keep moving around, we should be just fine. Alright, easy enough. Okay, next one. Alright, so we did get a new belt out of that. The one on the right is the one that we were using. The one on the left is a bit of an upgrade. We'll lose a little bit of minion damage, but we're getting a pretty decent boost in our resistances. So, yeah, we're pretty much right where we need to be for the most part. We could use more poison because each stack of poison reduces your resistances, but yeah, it's a pretty decent upgrade. Alright, what do we got here? Both Void Spires. Okay. This is one of the Echo types that is going to be seeing a significant change. Patch that's just a few days away as I'm recording this. It is the 14th, so not too far off. Definitely looking forward to some of the cool stuff that comes with the new patch. It's kind of looking over some of the new uniques that are being added. There's some very cool stuff in there for sure. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I'm planning to do in terms of new character, new playthrough. Almost certainly going to be some type of Sentinel. I know several videos ago, or at least it felt like several videos ago, I said Void Knight. Then with all the presumptive upcoming changes to Void Knight, I wasn't so sure that was something I wanted to do. Or not. I don't know. I'm just afraid that they're going to make it kind of like on the OP side, and I try to avoid playing classes that are super OP, which is kind of funny because Necromancer seems to always be strong. And this is at least my second Necromancer, so... Anyway, on to the next Echo. When I was initially trying to decide on the class for a series, I was thinking either Warlock or Falconer, but it turned out that both of those were incredibly strong at 1.0, so I decided not to play them. And then I've done, I guess, 2 Necromancers now. Technically 3 started anyways. And I've done Lich, and I've done Rune Master. None of them have gone all the way through the Monolith of Fate, of course, so if I should say I've done them, but I have started series on those characters, or masteries, I should say. And it does always cross my mind, like, well, maybe I should just do another Necro, but I'm trying to break away from it. So I will continue, as I've said before, with this Necromancer Legacy build. And I'll be starting some sort of a Sentinel. And I had initially been thinking Void Knight. I have to kind of wait and see. Or not really wait and see, because I guess the time is pretty much upon us. I have to see what's being said, though, and kind of make up my mind. I'm actually leaning towards Forge Guard, though. The new capability to wear a two-hander with a shield sounds pretty awesome. But haven't committed yet. Still kicking the idea around. But certainly looking forward to it. It's been ambushed. More mana regen for favor. There we go. Just gonna pick up this gold and loot real quick. Alright, see you in a second. I think this Echo will probably give us the amount of stability that we need to unlock the next quest Echo. Pretty sure we'll be proceeding on our progression through this timeline. Trying to remember what the next quest Echo is. Okay, I think it's going to be 2 like big, what are they called? Siege golems? Not sure exactly what they are. Pretty sure it is 2 big siege golems from the Osprix faction. And then we'll have Void Rye. Oh my god, why can't I think of his proper name? It's on the tip of my tongue. Alright, well that was pretty easy. I do like the arenas, the lack of having to move around a whole lot. Anyhow, I'll see you in just a sec. Okay, yep, that did give us enough stability to unlock the next quest Echo, so Into the Dark Ascent. Alright. Oh, yeah, no, this is... I am thinking of the wrong thing. I'm thinking of from the previous timeline. Okay, yeah, this is a big, long fight. Well, not necessarily, but it's a bit of a walk, and there's a lot between us and where we need to be, if I recall correctly. I think there's kind of like a branching path here. Up ahead. Maybe it's not that branching. Really not sure. Sure do love a minion build, though. It's a thing of beauty. So when I was initially plotting this build, I was thinking that I would be doing a lot more personal fire damage. But as things were kind of moving along, I was saying like, well, if I'm gonna build for minion damage, we can split between minion damage or personal spell damage, or we could just kind of try to simplify the whole build and just focus on minion damage and use volatile zombies. And I had never played around with volatile zombies before, at least not that I could really think of. Like no serious volatile zombie play. So I wanted to try it out, and man, it is working quite good. So I am still playing somewhat actively. Like, I'm using volatile zombies as I would use a personal DPS spell or ability, but it scales directly off the minion damage, so feels pretty good. It is very different from kind of what I had in my head initially. I'm not sure what I was thinking about exactly. I did want to have some minions to lean on. Alright, and that is... Didn't even realize we were dealing with the end of that. You guys, I can't ignore those shards. Alright, see you in just a moment. Alright, looks like we got another arena. Yeah, my initial build planning, I did presume that I would be doing more direct fire damage with my own spells. A lot of minion support. And one commenter a while ago, before I had to take my break, had mentioned that this build, the link to the build was not for the Fire Necro, but for, I'll have to look and see. Try to put a screenshot of the comment. But I had been thinking about the title of the videos before they'd mentioned that, and I was like, am I really a fire necromancer? Because it's more like a necromancer with fire minions, or that's relying on like fire and physical minion damage. A little bit of necrotic too, but you know, fire being kind of the main focus, and the volatile zombies is kind of the main thing. I think the build I had is it the helmet? Helmet or chest piece? Gives you wrath guards? Oh god. But that was what they commented, is that it wasn't a Fire Necro build that I had in the link, which was kind of hard to argue against, and I meant to reply to them, but I had a whole bunch of other stuff going on in my personal life. It kind of got in the way of that. But I did consider for quite a while, like, should I change the name of the series to like Fire Minions or something? And I never really quite landed on a better naming convention. But end of the day, it seems more or less fine. Having a fun time with the build at any rate. Alright, on to the next. Alright, so we're definitely getting most of the way through this timeline, I think. Alright, gotta go find it. Wow. Gotta go find these things. Oh, I definitely want that. Anything that shows up as red is definitely good for my filters. Alright, some backtracking a little bit here. Yeah, I'm pretty I don't know if impressed is the right word, but I'm definitely pleased with our killing power. It's still quite strong. I was a little bit worried that it would start falling off faster than it has so far. Okay, got the first one down. And the next... Oh, next two. Okay, they're down this direction somewhere. Looks like this echo is going to take a little bit longer than usual to navigate. And I did finally remember to turn off the screen shake. Somebody had requested it, and I told them I would do it. And then when I was going to record the last episode, I had a bunch of other distractions come up as I was getting started, and I kind of forgot. So while I was editing that video, I made sure to stop everything I was doing and go change that setting. At least I forget again. Yeah, I think I'm gonna... Oh, sorry. Never mind. I was gonna say I might clear these spires before I summon the remains, but... Alright. Yeah, we're definitely having a pretty easy time still. Okay, last one's right up here. I think I'm mostly doing a lot better, not offensively transplanting into danger today. Just gonna look over these idols real quick. Yeah. Alright, on to the next. Okay, there's a chance this might be the last echo we need for the final quest echo. Oh, I thought this was gonna be an arena. Okay. Just had that look about it, you know? But I was mistaken. Oh, it's like, gosh. I know the look of this place, but as often happens, my brain is just not cooperating. I cannot think of what place this actually is. I'm gonna do a little bit of backtracking here. Sure, I grab this gold. Okay. Yeah, I recognize this place. I can't tell you what place it is, but I do recognize it. We've definitely been through here. I'm just suffering from a bit of brainlessness. Some days are worse than others, you know. From the corrupted future. I should just give up. I'm not gonna figure it out. Okay, looks like that's the thing we need. Okay, we'll get this vengeful remains as well while we're here. 63 gold. I need it. Alright. Whatever's going on over there is fine. Oh, this is over, bro. At least this time. Okay. Okay, and that did give us all of the stability that we need to do the last node here, the Runes of Solarum. So let's pop in here. And, yep. Find the cult of the Black Wing Ritualist. I'm pretty sure there's not a whole lot of directions to go in this one. Find the ritual site. And Rye, the Black Sun. Yeah, you're pretty scary. Doesn't look like it at the moment, but we are missing a couple of skeletons. Wonder how long they've been missing. Alright, this guy is not just falling over. Give him that. Does look like we still have all of our minions.
My vengeance will be paid in act.
Oop. Okay, that was... Oh my god. No! Don't kill me. Too young to die.
If it changes anything, this world is already dead.
This world is already dead? Well, it's hard to argue with that. Alright, well, dodge rating, health gain on block, spell damage leached his health. I mean, honestly, these are all pretty rubbish for us. I don't think volatile zombie damage counts as my spell damage. Like, I don't think any... I guess the only thing that would is transplant, and that's not... It's not a lot. I think it's practically worthless, but I'm just going to take the spell damage. I don't know. These are all kind of bad for us. Either way. Let's see what else we got here. Anything particularly good? Not really. Two-hand sword, definitely not. Okay, well, I think that is where we're going to wrap things up for here. I'm just going to look over these stuff before I move on, but if you made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate having you here. And we are continuing to pick up our number of subscribers, so, you know, people keep joining us. Really appreciate it. But yeah, that is going to do it for today's episode, so thank you all so much for joining me, as ever. Really appreciate it. And I hope to see you all again soon. So until next time, y'all take care. Alright, y'all. Bye for now.